Right, everyone, as you will no doubt know, Celtic won last night. We left it very late in the day to beat Ross County. A towering header from Anthony Ralston in, well, anything from the 96th minute to the 148th minute, depending on who you want to believe on Twitter. On today's video, we're going to round up some of the chat from last night, and we're going to feature some very, very salty tears. Me and Stevie did the reaction tonight, a very enjoyable reaction it was as well, with you all absolutely buzzing, of course. We had over 1,500 of you on live watching us simultaneously, I think the word would be, which is a record. It seems like we break the record for live streams every single week, which is obviously great. Thanks to everyone, new, old, who have come across the channel. Obviously check that out, it'll be linked somewhere above there. So let's go on to some of the comments from the live stream, but before we do that, we're going to find out who Celtic managed to annoy last night, and there's a bit of a growing list, and to be honest, they're kind of the people you want to be annoying. It feels like we can't really win a game at the moment without someone going on about how we've not deserved to win that match. We obviously had Robbie Neilson, who set the tone, a fortnight ago when we beat Hearts 1-0, a game that we deserved to win, even if Kyogo's goal was debatable in terms of being offside or not. I'm not going back into all of that, by the way. Then at the weekend, we had Graham Alexander, the Motherwell manager, fizzing at the award of the free kick that led to the only goal in that game. And joining them on the list of being hard done by is a wonderful man, Malky Mackay, the Ross County manager, who reckons that we were playing last night until Celtic scored. Yeah, he's not bitter at all, is he? The clock read 96:05. That's 96 minutes, 5 seconds at the point when Anthony Ralston headed it into the back of the net. So we went 5 seconds over the 6 minutes of stoppage time, which, by the way, is a minimum of 6 minutes. That means that 6 or more, and it was 5 seconds more when Ralston headed it in. In terms of the awarding of 6 minutes at the end of the game, for me, completely fair. We had, I think, 4 substitutes that happened in the second half, all at different times as well. That's 2 minutes right there. And also Carl Starfelt down on the deck for at least 3 or 4 minutes. And obviously any other stoppages that occurred as well. It was quite a stop-start game last night, mainly due to the referee, Alan Muir. So 6 minutes was absolutely fair, but don't let that stop you from thinking that Ross County were really hard done by and Celtic somehow cheated their way to victory. And it wasn't just Malky Mackay who was annoyed last night. Stephen Craigan was audibly gutted when we scored our late winner and when some of the Celtic fans enjoyed themselves.
What I would say, some of the scenes we're seeing on the pitch of fans on, this is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. It's a big goal, they know it's a big goal, but the scenes that we're seeing at the minute are very unsavoury.
He sounds genuinely fizzing there. And anyone who watched Ross County's pay-per-view coverage, which in general I thought was really good, certainly better than Hibs in terms of the studio, the commentator was really good. But Stephen Craigan was just the most biased commentator I have ever come across in my life. And he's not a Ross County fan, from my understanding. It's Motherwell he apparently supports, and maybe another team in Glasgow. But yeah, delighted to see him fizzing when Celtic scored that late winner and taking his anger out on the fact that Celtic fans were enjoying themselves. The same could go for the BBC's Jane Lewis as well. I've not got this clip because we'd probably get taken to court by the BBC, but she was calling for an investigation, yes, really, into the fans who ended up on the pitch. David Tanner agreed with this. He was also very offended on Twitter. As I say, Celtic annoyed the right people last night. But now on to the real legends of last night, you guys and girls, of course. Let's go through some of the comments that you left on the live stream. Not as many today. I think you were all very drunk last night, so we don't actually have as many comments, which is weird because it was a really packed stream. Disclosed as Conardian. Need to be careful when you're saying that or we'll get demonetised. Good day from Oz. The so-called invasion of the pitch was just a show of exuberance and a fantastic reaction. No violence. no aggro, nothing to worry about. Not sure why security and police cannot understand that. Well done to everyone. That is what I say. I agree. There was no malice in the fans ending up on the pitch last night. It was just Celtic fans enjoying themselves. I really don't see the drama, but I guess it's just people who are irritated by the fact that we found a way to win, doing anything to deflect away from Ange's men showing incredible bottle. Oh, I just said the B word. I'll get in trouble for that. I'll end up in TikTok. Moving on swiftly then, Graham Tyrrell. That win builds team spirit massively. The boys are all in it for each other, and it's great to see. Chris Higgins, thanks Hamish, you're welcome, was absolutely worth the trip up tonight. Absolutely great scenes at the end, and made all the better when hearing how sick Craigan was in commentary. Haha. Potentially league defining night. And the final one of our comments from Frank Hewitt. I'm looking at this result and thinking, what can our manager do with a settled, full and talented squad? Now, I wanted to check in now on Vince Nostradamus Regari, who predicted last night happening a matter of months ago. Have a wee look at this.
There comes a point in everywhere that Ange has gone where the players, they go along with it, and at some point, there's usually, a miracle result, a late winner, some sort of big event or moment where they stick to the style, even if the logical part of their brain will tell them this isn't getting us anywhere. And it yields something. It yields a result. And that becomes like a moment of realization where the whole group sees that if we do what the boss says, if we do what Ange says, the dividends are actually going to come. He's been telling us all along, and here's our first example. I'm sure that moment will come at some point for Celtic. When it comes, I don't know. Like a game where they're dominating possession, they're not getting the final product. And the tendency in that sort of game, I would have thought, is to, when the clock's running down, is to go long, go and do the things that make sense in that moment, the short-term thinking, belt the ball long out of defence or throw in a speculative cross. But if you don't do that, and if you stick to the style, I think that's the kind of moment I think that will come.
It's genuinely crazy how prophetic that turned out to be. He just nailed it spot on, and it was the first thing I thought of last night when we got that late winner. Down to 10 men, so many injuries, tough away game a few days before a final. The pressure so far on us in terms of about to go 6 points behind, a matter of seconds from going 6 points behind, and we found a way to get that winning goal. There is, as much as I'd love to win 5-6-0 and it's amazing, there is nothing more satisfying than that. And Ange talks all the time about the resilience in the squad and wanting to build on that and not making excuses, just winning. And Celtic just won last night, and it's going to do so much for this team going forward. We move on now to Sunday at Hampden against Hibernian, a chance to win Ange's first trophy as Celtic manager. We as a channel move on to that game now as well. Tomorrow we'll have Jackie McNamara chatting about that match. Then on Saturday we've got a big preview for you. I think I'm going to be at Hampden. We're going to chat to some people, get the lowdown on Hibs as well. So loads to come, and obviously some sort of reaction on Sunday after the game as well. So exciting times. Can't wait for the game on Sunday. I'd be even more excited if I actually had a ticket. I was unsuccessful in the ballot. So, if anyone hears of a wee spare going, maybe they know someone with a spare, please don't hesitate to give me a wee message on Twitter. My DMs are always open at Hamish Carton. Make my Christmas and all that. But genuinely, no worries if that's not the case, because I know how hard tickets are to come by. So much to be excited about Celtic right now. Remember, if you're new to the channel, you've not subbed to us yet, still more of you watching us not subbed than those who are subbed. So would love if that kind of changed paths. Goodbye.